This week on Stormwatch. Nick Portis visits MATC's music department where creative musicians explore their talents. You'll find out which class is making a return to the visual communications program. And Gavin Weitzer takes a look at MATC's basketball team. All this and more right around the corner on Stormwatch.
Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Stormwatch. I'm your host, Phil Kraus. With us today is MATC student Heather Klusendorf, who is currently enrolled in the Electronic Communications Technology program. Thanks for stopping by, Heather.
My pleasure, Phil. Glad I could be here.
I understand you're currently taking a class in TV broadcast systems. Tell us a little about what you do in there.
I'm taking the class TV Broadcast Systems as part of the Electronic Communication Technology program. Here you can see me working on a hold circuit in my telephony class, which is also part of the Electronic Communication Technology program.
Well, that sounds like a pretty challenging class.
It is, but it's a great learning experience at the same time.
Speaking of great learning experiences, MATC offers another rewarding program which allows students to explore their instrumental talents. We visit the school's music occupations department, and Nick Portis can tell us all about it.
MATC has many great programs to offer the students. This week, we take a look at the music department.
My name is Hal Miller, and I am an instructor in the music occupations program. I am one of 4 full-time instructors, and then we also have about 9 or 10 part-time instructors.
This will be my second year, and I play guitar, and the program is great. I've never been happier in my life.
Our program is just about half what a program would be at a 4-year school. A music program, as you know, there are, I believe, 21 hours required in each of our associate degrees of general studies, but the rest of it, the rest of 69 credits is music and music supporting classes.
We asked instructor Harold Miller about the classes needed to complete this course.
Well, every semester a student will take a theory course or a harmony course or something related to the study of music itself, the study of music. In addition, we also have a reading class where a student can kind of beef up their reading a little bit if they're not reading it. In addition, so there's a theory course for the first semester. For every first semester student will have a theory course. In the second semester they take harmony. In the third semester they take a composition course. And in the fourth semester they take another composition course related to the technology, computers and software, notation software and sequencing software, just writing music and notating it. In addition to that, every semester a student takes a course on their major instrument, so they study the instrument that's most important or that they know the best, the guitar, the electric bass, the keyboard or vocals, or sometimes in many cases horn players, saxophone, trumpet, and that they take every semester. We also have ear training for beefing up the students' understanding of what they hear. The object is not just to hear something, but to hear it and to understand it, and to be able to kind of do a little bit of analysis on it and know what you're hearing. And there are 2 semesters of that ear training. There is also an improvisation course, and improvisation is spontaneous composition. It's making up your own music or composing your own music, but doing it in a spontaneous fashion, doing it on the spot.
Hi, my name is Mark Poe. I've been in the music program for 2 years now, down at MATC. I've been studying music theory. My major instrument is guitar. I've ever had. definitely recommend the program to anyone who's interested in learning about music. It's a very comfortable, fun environment. You get to learn things you can use right away on the first day.
And that wraps it up for this week's program package. Many students enjoy this program because of their love of music. They know that it's a great way to expand their knowledge of music.
Thanks.
Wow, sounds like those students can really jam out on bass guitar. It seems like it would really tire you out after a while.
Haha, yeah, sure it does. But if students really want to burn some calories and get in shape, MATC has just the thing for them.
Would that be some sort of exercise program?
Sort of. MATC has several facilities geared towards students who want to improve their health, which allows them to get involved in a wide range of physical activities. Taylor Im can explain that for us.
In the basement of main building of MATC, students can use the gym to relieve stress and get a good workout.
I wouldn't say it's perfect, but yeah, it helps relieve a lot of stress because that's pretty one of my stressors. I relieve stress by playing basketball, working out. It actually helps me out a lot.
Stress from you've been working hard all day in class, and if you had a lot of homework and stuff to do, you know, it kind of takes you away from that, show you like have a little fun. Let some stress off by lifting weights, and then to mingle around and meet different people.
Athletic coordinator and Stormer coach Travis Morton agrees that open gym provides benefits and a solution to students at MATC who suffer from stress.
Well, down here in the basement, there's the facilities get used quite a bit by a number of students and student athletes. Several times a day, students can get in here for open gym, either to use the basketball hoops, use the weight facilities. Inside the weight facility, there are some free weights, dumbbells, otherwise there's some weight machines, treadmills, exercise bikes. A lot of opportunity for students to get in and just get a workout in that goes along with, you know, their experience here at MATC. In the basement down here, we also use the gym periodically for several sports teams. Men's basketball team, women's basketball team occasionally practices down here. Women's volleyball team consistently practices down here as well. So we get a lot of use out of the facility, and off-season workouts were down here as well. So the facility down here gets used quite a bit, and you know, from student athletes and non-student athletes, just to get a good experience, just to get a chance to work out and get a workout in. You know, use it as a stress reliever to kind of break away the day, you know, break up the day between classes and stuff, just to get something in. If it's just shooting some hoops, you know, hitting the weights, hitting the treadmill, a little bit of everything to get a chance to get people, you know, something to do.
Activities students can find and do in the gym range from basketball to lifting weights.
Play basketball and work out and all sorts of things. I mean, it's very convenient to me going here. I feel like I can go to school and work out all in one. It's pretty great. I just like to be active on a daily basis, make sure I exercise, and for the fact I love playing basketball. So basically I come down here every day so I keep myself in shape.
The gym is accessible to a student with a valid ID at MATC.
All the weight facilities and open gyms are actually handled through the physical education department. There isn't an additional fee to use the gym to work out, as long as you have a valid MATC student ID. That's all you really need to get down here to work out and, you know, burn off some of that stress and that extra energy.
Next time you need to unwind to relieve stress at MATC, the gym can provide a solution. I'm Taylor Im, reporting to you for Stormwatch.
That seems like an interesting way students can stay in shape. I bet it's great for working out the stress of class and homework.
Indeed, but more importantly, it may also keep you out of the hospital in the long run.
Speaking of hospitals, I heard MATC has a rather large nursing program.
They do, and it's the prime place where students can go and get trained to work in the ever-growing healthcare industry. Kyle Pomfret has more about this exciting program.
Here at MATC, many programs are given the chance to learn their trade with state-of-the-art equipment. This is also true at the nursing department located in the H building.
I like this program because it makes you really gather all the information you learned from your other classes and compile it. And it involves a lot of critical thinking, analysis, and research.
Even with state-of-the-art equipment, students believe that there really isn't any high-tech simulation that can prepare them for the real thing, unless they experience working in an actual hospital.
I think that in a respect to, like, if a student was in a situation where absolutely nothing would go wrong, I think the simulation could compare to it. But as far as an actual real life scenario, they don't take you through all the extremes, but it's really nice to run the students through what's expected of them.
This lab with the regular mannequins, I don't feel prepares us completely for the real world. It's like working in a utopia hospital where everything is just perfect. There's nothing goes wrong. It's great for learning assessments, but as far as the real world, I don't think it really helps out that much.
With teachers knowing that regular mannequins aren't letting students experience sudden variables that can occur in the hospital setting, the school has finished building a new hospital simulation room that should better prepare students for the real thing.
The simulation labs that they have us do are really fun. They have a mannequin that breathes, talks, has a heartbeat, has a blood pressure, and it's all controlled by the teacher in a different room. So when students go into the room, they work with this mannequin and they try to make everything go fine, but the teachers always can make the mannequin react different. So it's neat to work with it, because you never know what's going to happen.
Well, I think the room looks a lot nicer than the facility in Oak Creek campus, and it'll be really nice to have one here because that's something we've been lacking since I started the program. So I'm looking forward to it.
This room will allow students to experience sudden changes in the patient's condition that before weren't possible.
I think it'll give us an edge over what these rooms offer, because that room, the mannequin in there, it'll talk to you, it will breathe, you can feel its pulses, whereas these mannequins, they're just mannequins.
Although both simulations can't fully prepare students for the real thing, nothing really can. And the best thing for them to do is use what they've learned and apply that in the field. This is Kyle Pomfret for Stormwatch.
Good to see those students learning new things in a rapidly expanding field. Looks they are headed for a solid career out in the real world.
That's right, Heather. They might even end up as an athletic trainer someday, maybe even for a professional sports team.
Interesting. I remember reading something about a MATC winning a basketball game the other day. How is our team doing?
They're off to a pretty good start to the season. In fact, our own basketball expert Gavin Weitzer paid them a visit to talk about their strong performance.
Our MATC Stormers are having an excellent season. This team has put up some impressive numbers against Kishwaukee College, Sauk Valley, and Kansas Westland. On November 18th, they began their home season. Stormwatch took time to speak with our men's basketball team on what to expect this year.
Our expectations as a team coming in this year were, we weren't sure how we were going to start off. We had a lot of younger kids, true freshmen coming into the program. We only had 4 returning players that had a lot of time last year on the floor with experience at the college level. So we thought at the beginning of the year it was going to take us a little longer to get the new guys situated at the college level.
Stormwatch talked with sensational guard Adagambe Courtney.
We lost a couple games that we should have won, but as a whole, like, our season's been going pretty good. We work pretty well as a team. We got a few areas we need to improve on, but so far it's a work in progress. But so far we're doing pretty good going towards our goals. We're trying to make it to New York and go to towards the national championship tournament. So hopefully we get there.
Inside Force Darren Moore took time to talk to Stormwatch about his Stormers.
To start off the season, I thought that we were supposed to be an undefeated team because we are like one of the good teams. but we kind of been playing under our expectations. Overall, we are a good team, but most people don't know about it because they really haven't heard of us or anything, and they kind of look at us as like we kind of weak or something, but we're really not. We're pretty good. We still ranked number 12 in the nation, and my expectation of the team so far, I think that we can be able to make it to the regional championship, even go as far as national championship.
Assistant coach Travis Mrozek spoke to Stormwatch about what to expect.
We want to continue to grow and go from there. We did get some good signature wins early off. Did stumble twice at this point, so we have 2 losses. So we are sitting at 7-2, but we are doing very good. The team is growing, gelling as a program, so we're doing pretty good. So it's got a good start. We'll just continue to go from here. We have a team in our conference that is ranked 2nd in the nation. We also have a team that is ranked 8th in the nation. Also a team that just fell out of the top 10. So out of the six teams that are in our conference that are Division III plus in our conference, we have 2 Division II schools. It's going to dogfight every single night. You can pretty much throw out the records, and it's going to be a battle. We hope that we can still, achieve good things and hopefully end up somewhere near the top when the season's over.
I expect us to be able to challenge for a conference title, and hopefully sky's the limit if we continue to improve and work on the things that we need to work on, and these guys dedicate themselves to working hard and getting better every day.
Stormers began this season hoping to improve on the 19-12 record from last year. Each game, they look more and more like a dominant force they should be. This is Gavin Weitzer for Stormwatch.
Wow, our team is pretty good this season. I hope I'll have a chance to watch them in the playoffs.
Me too. Sometimes it's hard to keep track of everything going on at MATC. So here's a list of upcoming events from around the school.
Well, that will sure keep students busy. Hey, I've been hearing rumors of a class returning to the visual communication program. I wonder what it is.
Yeah, it's a class designed to get students in touch with real design firms and the professionals who work there. Evan Truix has that story for us.
During these economic times, the future of graduating students seems somewhat uncertain. A degree without a job is a problem that MATC is attempting to solve, and one measure is the return of Vicom 182 this spring, a class that will help plant a seed of entrepreneurism in students.
We saw a need that in every student, they need to understand a lot of things about business, how to function in business. What are some of the standard practices and procedures? What about ethics? What about pricing and budgeting? The class is really focused on the students and what they need, the kind of information they want to get from the class. We have an outline of kinds of information that relates to project planning, budgeting and pricing, taxes, all kinds of things like that. But every student brings strengths into it, and they also bring goals. And so we focus on their strengths and their goals. The students research the areas that they're interested in and create business plans and brand identity materials and things like that.
Vicom 182 is not a new class. It was last held in the spring of 2007.
The last time we ran the class, we had 7 industry speakers. We had 2 field trips. We went out to design agencies, and there the students get a chance to see right in the business what goes on a day-to-day basis, what kind of functions there are. And it's interesting that a lot of students have never been inside a design agency and seen what it looks like and how it functions, and that gives them a better understanding and maybe makes them feel more comfortable when they go out and start pounding the pavement to look for work.
Making sure students are truly prepared for the real world is one of the goals of the school.
The MATC Entrepreneurship Center is thinking of ways to get people in diplomas, technical degrees, creative programs to give them a little bit of business knowledge so they can go out on their own and start their own business. Business knowledge is not just for the people in the suits anymore. Anybody who works can, in essence, be an entrepreneur. It's important for students and the general public to know how a business is really run. The key word today is sustainability or sustainable practices. In the old days, we just used to say it has to be profitable. So in order for a concept or an idea or a program to be viable, to remain active, it has to find a way to make money or produce money. So by having a little knowledge in business, you're going to be able to see how that works and then move from there. But yeah, I've actually thought about this, how it would be a great idea for all these creative people with good ideas to just figure out how to move into the next step. Instead of leaving it on the shelf or leaving it in the basement, you're actually putting it out into the public.
I think that's absolutely essential to combine learning technical skills with business skills, because you can have all the technical skills in the world, and if you don't understand how those things apply in business, you're just going to be lost.
Vicom 182 is available this spring for all MATC students. For Stormwatch, I'm Evan Truex.
Looks like Vicon students have another option to check out.
Yeah, it's always good to have as many opportunities as possible in today's world.
Indeed. However, there are many out there not as fortunate as us. But every year, dozens of generous volunteers consolidate their efforts in order to help out those in need, especially during the holiday season.
That's right, Heather. And I hear there's a special visitor down at Discovery World to promote such an effort. Dory Klitzka can show us who it was.
This holiday season, Discovery World is discovering more than the usual facts of life. Join us as we discover how to give back this holiday season with Discovery World and Hunger Task Force's Challenge to Fill the Challenger. And find out why now is the time to visit Discovery World as we highlight our recent trip there. But first, we get a special appearance by Santa Claus on his 26th city tour in support of the Macy's and Make-A-Wish Foundation's Believe campaign. Santa Claus and his elves make a stop at Discovery World, their third city stop on a 26-city tour to promote Believe, Macy's Letters to Santa Marathon. For every postcard or letter received, Macy's will donate $1 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Don't take my word on it, though. Here's the man himself with details.
Santa Claus, and this is Cinnamon, and this is Jingle Bells. And we're here fresh from the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade here in Milwaukee for the Make-A-Wish at Macy's. And we'd love everyone to come down, drop your letter in the Macy's mailbox, because for every letter that we drop off in the Macy's mailbox, Macy's donates $1 to Make-A-Wish. We hope you all come down and have a Merry Christmas.
So in the spirit of the holidays and giving to those less fortunate, Discovery World has a program to help tackle hunger problems here in our own neighborhood. Rich tells us more on the Challenger Challenge.
The program, in partnership with the Hunger Task Force, is called Discovery World's Holiday Food Challenge. And our objective is to collect more than 3 tons of food to help people in need here in the city. What we offer our guests is if they bring in 3 non-perishable food items, they can take $5 off the price of admission. And we call it a challenge for 2 reasons. First, a small c. It's a challenge in that we're hoping people bring that amount of food, but it's a capital C challenge to symbolically fill the challenge that we have here at Discovery World with that amount of food. The challenge is a replica of a 19th century schooner that in the olden days used to bring goods, food, supplies to the people of Milwaukee. So that's why we say we want to symbolically fill the challenge again to deliver this food to the people here in need in our community.
My name's Dana Hartenstein and I work for Hunger Task Force. We're working with Discovery World. This is our 2nd year. They're doing a big food drive for us, encouraging people to bring in non-perishable food donations to fill up the Challenger, which is the big ship they have. Hunger Task Force is the free and local food bank. We have a network of 80 soup kitchens, food pantries, and homeless shelters. And any food that is donated that comes to Hunger Task Force in turn gets turned around. We make daily deliveries to our network of 80 organizations, and we deliver all the food to them free of charge. They don't have to pay any sort of a membership fee, and all of the organizations are within Milwaukee County. We rely a lot on private donors, so a lot of our Milwaukee neighbors who are able to help and do help are what keep us running.
I especially have a big heart during the holidays, so I may just have to give the gift of knowledge to my little brother while helping fight hunger this holiday season.
Well, that was a pleasant surprise. It's always nice to see people helping out others when they need it most.
I agree. Hopefully Santa will be able to get back to the North Pole in time to load up for Christmas.
He makes it every year, doesn't he?
He sure does. Well, that's all the time we have today. Thanks for joining us, and have a great week. Thanks for calling.
Good.